from Croakey here, and we're at the opening ceremony of the Loacha International Conference, and I am speaking with
Sandy Leo, aka Kele Last Night. So my name Sandy Leo is a moniker that I'm using to represent the male and female of me. I'm Two-Spirited Elder in Vancouver, British Columbia. And Kele Last Night has been given to me by the family of Coast Salish family and George family, Amy George and Damien George Sr. And I practice the sweat lodge ceremony on their territory.
Can you explain briefly, and I know it's not a brief thing to explain, but Two-Spirit thinking?
Two-Spirited is an English moniker that we coined about 20 years ago to represent a global or a national, international between Canada and the US, Indigenous people that are not fitting in the LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender communities, but were still a different gender or sexual orientation. And so we coined this term because if you go from nation to nation, there's different words, there's different terms. And so we use an English moniker that encompasses all those terms and bring us together.
Now you're presenting at the conference. Could you just give us a little brief insight?
Yes, we're presenting I'm presenting with Dr. Alexander King on hepatitis C. The presentation is called Water Journey. And it is basically an Indigenous research from the get-go. We did questions in a sharing circle style, like your yarning circle here in Australia. And we did ceremonies around that. So, because we believe that if you open up people in sharing, and yet they look at their darkness sometimes, you can't just leave them hanging like that. So we brought in light. We did ceremonies, and there were drumming and medicines that people could create a little bundle for themselves. And a lot of the people didn't even know the medicines, and for the first time they were picking up the medicines. And so we used several different types of medicines. For example, I went and picked up leaves called Labrador tea leaves, and different medicines. There was sage, there was sweetgrass, there were eagle plumes for the participants, candles. And they created a little bundle in ceremony.
And what will be your conclusions about that? What are you trying to...
Well, we're moving towards, in Canada we have a principle called GIPA MEPA, which is greater involvement of Aboriginal people in research, and nothing about us without us. And because of that, we think it's also important to develop Indigenous methodology of research, as well as evaluation tools. So we've done a research based on Indigenous ways. We're reporting on it now. Some of it is not published yet, so we can't give out papers yet. And we're moving forward towards doing some different types of evaluation tools based on Indigenous principles. So instead of using a Western traditional model of universities, we're trying to develop also an Indigenous model of evaluation.
Is that very well developed in Canada? Because in Australia, of course, Loacha, the conference that we're here for, has journeyed down a path for a couple of decades on that.
Yes. I can't tell you much because I involved as an elder, and I've just been involved in the last 2 years. But what I can tell you is we've done with Dr. King, we've done some research, and we're developing some proposal to do more research based in Indigenous principles.
I really look forward to hearing more about it. Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.